We just had an earthquake. It lasted about 35 seconds, and yeah, we're going to have an earthquake. The earth is really upset. I've also been put through something too that's like no, if I was able to be heard by um, the earth is on my side. See, the bullies, the people that aren't very smart, they're doing money. They're very poisonous, by the way. They're polluting the place. They're polluters. Um, there's too many of that. See, I really don't know the percentage, but I do relate it to well, psychologists, that study social conditions, well, especially after COVID-19 announcement, um, it increased the number of uh, people into narcissism. It put them into it, and then also people that were already narcissists turn into sadomasochists. That's their graduation. There is a rattling happening now. Yeah, we just had an earthquake, and I was funneling. See, I am so glad that I'm on this pure fucking granite um, mountain because I went through a 7.2 earthquake in Whittier Narrows. Whittier Narrows was the epicenter, and I was in Whittier. It just hardly 3 miles, a mile away from the epicenter of a 7.2 earthquake. And I was walking to school with a bunch of friends, and it was so strange because I had a premonition about it. When I was walking, I kind of walked ahead of the pack, and I looked at some ravens, and I went like this, and I went like that, like I was shooting, and the raven flew right when I did a pretend shot. But something told me, said, speed up, speed up, speed up. Now get in the parking lot. Now slow down. And as soon as we got in the parking lot, I'm telling you that darn floor asphalt turned into an ocean of just waves. And the bus that was over there next to a building was dancing. And you could just see that. And we were underneath avocado trees were in that parking lot at the time. And the avocado tree was like slamming back and forth, and the avocados were starting to fall on us. And I took the crowd of people that was with them into the open area, and we began to just ride these waves in this parking lot. And I was just a block away from the school that I was to go to, but I turned around and said, I'm going home. Are you kidding me? Fuck school. No. And I heard later on that they kept people at that school, and everything was changed forever in that town. It was an old town built. My town was hometown was built in the 1887, and this earthquake happened in 1987, and it killed a lot of the old 100-year-old buildings. It includes the old theater that we used to go in. I mean, the skyline changed forever. It's happening again. Yeah. This morning, I had a lot of thought about the earth changes that will be changing us also, and some of us are prepared already and we are protected, but see, God is searching out and wants to hunt and kill the non-human because they get away with fucking too much, right? It's like they have this game down. They play unfair. They break rules, they break boundaries, they're unethical. It's like so what's going to happen here? See, politically it's there also. See, but politically we don't have our arena fully hooked up, like say to awareness. I'm talking about communications now, and that's where we have these gadgets that um, it's called collaborating with Your type, I'm here, I'm feeling a constant, like, something. But that one earthquake we just had before I started recording, there was kind of an explosion before it warned and then after, so I don't doubt that it was a bigger earthquake somewhere else. It could be like that San Francisco had a massive one and we just felt it. Where I'm at, the mountain is very secure. See, I was trying to explain to you that after that earthquake in Whittier, I was so terrified. Um, Buildings, when I was walking home, buildings were damaged. Brick, of course, many chimneys were fallen. There was a wave approaching my home, but it stopped in the middle of the yard. And so the fence lines, there's a bunch of fences in my block there. You can see where that wave just made the fences bowed. That wave had passed through the houses across the street and it flipped the porches over. A lot of the porches got destroyed, and a lot of homes did. And we saw a lot of demolition or reconstruction happening for years after that. And I was terrified for years after that. I slept in my mom's room, which wouldn't do any good. I was terrified that like the housing would fall on me. People were also, and they slept out in tents in their yards. And because homes were kind of crumbling, and they were my home that I was living in. Thanks for listening to this. It turns out it was built in 1926 out of redwood framing, and some of the bathrooms there, that neighborhood is just one by one. This is the way it was. Um, some of the fixtures in their bathrooms they came out of ships. It's happening more. We are having like constant rumbling now, pretty much. But I'm looking forward. I mean, we have to look forward to this. It's going to happen. See, I'm not in the mountains for no reason. My grandma says that, oh, there's going to be docking at Mountain Center. Just hold on to this place, and you're going to have beachfront property. And I'm a mile high here, 60 miles away from the Pacific Ocean, but we don't know what could happen and how that we remain here, survivors of catastrophe. It just happens that a little wisp, a little dandelion, you've seen it happen in small scale instances where things can live through it. Anyway, there was a 100-foot tsunami in Alaska on Sunday. And well, these things can happen all the time, kind of naturally, like every 10 years or something. We just have this happen. But the earthquake thing, the thing that has been going on now, see, I say that it's being triggered off by technology. And once you open, it's just I know I had said that Earth is pissed off, but what's really upset, the thing that has the power to do these kinds of things is true power, and that is benevolence. I was trying to tell you. And they know how the human, so-called human organism, works in order to become human. I mean, I guess you'd say it like that. We are so far from it, though we have been hijacked into being beside ourselves most of the time, right? Just a very, very small glimmer left of a possibility that we would kind of bring it up and say, yeah, love exists, humans are here, it is the virgin. If we went back and went back. Back to where? Well, a lot of people would say back to the garden, but it's not really back to the earth. It's not back to the physical. It's back, see, a garden to me. See, I'm a musician. There's something called a sound garden, which is completely invisible. It works with vibrational frequencies. Now we're talking about sacred geometry. Yep. Back to the garden we go. And to end this, just a short video that, babes, we're having earthquakes. Clear the memory on your phone, have it on you at all time, and film that fucking earthquake when it happens. See, I was just filming an earthquake that you probably already watched. I'm sorry, did I say I filmed an earthquake? No, I was just filming. And then when I stopped it, and I was sitting here just a little while, contemplating my day, um, the earthquake hit, and I was actually watching. I was rewatching my video. I watched it at least once because when I'm channeling, I do not know what I'm saying. All I know is that it feels great, and that I am on the right track because I can feel now. I was trying to tell you about joy is the key. Now the word key for us musicians, we know what that is. See, we sing in certain keys. And the thing about music, and I'm talking about the key, see, your words aren't going to work unless it harmonizes with sacred geometry, the shit going on in reality called the truth. Now, there are words connected up to the bullshit that we can say that and it's there and it's like, okay, so welcome to the world full of crap that just um, who approves of it? I have yet to be impressed. Some children might have questions. And let's see how early they get stomped down by somebody who says no a lot, but thinks they know better, but they don't know a diddly darn fucking thing. Yeah, we are looking at a popular. Boy, it's about time. It's about time that we see something just wash this shit away. I have been exposed to some women recently, just in the past couple months, that would confess, they would tell me about dreams and prophecy that they saw. They said, no, I saw it. See, and they were talking strange. They were like, no, see, I'm protected. I'm protected. But we're going to see rivers full of bodies just washing to the sea. Some people will be protected by God. Why? Because they have the real God in their heart. They know what that is. They did their work, and it's just time. How, like, you do your work, but how do you get your pay? You know, how do you get your reciprocation from a fucking narcissist who is playing a game and laughing at you? Come on, Earth. Come on, fucking magma. Come on. Come on, aliens. See, that's what rapture is. Rapture is this. It's enough emotions that comes out of the human aperture that has actually done their work, and they're very connected. They're like, wait a minute now, we've finally had enough. We see it with common sense. Calm on sea. We see it communicating, it's there, it's speaking as loud as ever, that they're putting, see, the system, just like a narcissist or psychopath, is doing it and saying, well, what are you going to do about it? You are fully dependent. And see, it's a codependent fucking narcissistic shit going on, where they're saying, what are you going to do about it? You're fully dependent on it. Eat this fucking poisonous food. And you just eat it down. Right? Don't you? See, I'm up here psychologically preparing. Right now, I'm preparing. I was like, no, there's a reason why I had chickens, that I got chickens. Something said, no, that's a great idea, and keep them alive, keep them now. I'm thinking about getting rid of them. No, hang on to them for at least 2 more years. Watch what happens. See, I breed them. Right now, there's some, not me, it's my chickens. They breed themselves. I wanted to have, like, just everybody, you want chickens, and have them running through our yards, but no, some people are so in their own, they're so paranoid about whatever, and they have to bomb somebody, because you have lineage and ancestry that were taken by a satanic alien fucking parasite that operates in another dimension, and you are doing their karmic bidding now. You don't even know that you were supposed to maybe at one point get away from that shit and you couldn't, and now hurt people, that's all.